to fill things, which is including wonderful activities such as cutting opal. Yay! Look at that wonderful stream of water. You'll also notice that the blade is not exactly in the position that the vorpal blade should be in, but there we go. I think we fixed that problem. We've cut that one off at the pass. Excellent. Just moving this over to here so that it sounds as much like water torture as possible. Here we go. Perfect. All right, so what have we got today? Well, it looks like we've got the Celine Dion effect. I cleaned this place and I still get Celine Dion effects. Isn't that silly? But don't you worry, I have solutions. I have the spray, and I will spray the cloth, and I will possibly have to spray the foam, but we'll see. The white balance gets absolutely smashed around when I do that. Let's try this. I think it's getting there. That's interesting, isn't it? You'd think that a window cleaner would clean windows. You can see that I'm a statistician, not a window cleaner, can't you? Yeah? Right. Please don't do any streaky, weird effects. Is that how it works? You just ask it nicely and it doesn't? I think that must be the case. Trigger warning there. If you don't like flashing lights, you're not going to like this. Okay, and now I'm going to try just a quick wipe of the lens. Does that help at all? I think it does. I think it helps a little bit. We're going to get this. You can see a little bit of a spot. It's only when you turn the thing on that you realise there's an issue. I think we're getting there. Let's try that one. Oh, that's much better. Sort of. Presuming that the phone's behaving. Is everything going well now? Yeah, I think everything's going well now. Excellent. So let's have a look at what we've got. Oh, look at this bad boy. You can see there's colour here. It is colour plus. This one's got plenty of colour underneath too. I think there's actually some just below the black there. So we're going to find out exactly what's going on with that. That'll be kind of fun. This guy, blues and purples. We'll see if we get down to the greens. There's a rather large colour band here. So I think that one will have some fun. This one's green as well. Now, let's just be a little bit realistic about what we're dealing with here. If you have a look at this spongy top here, you can see that the green is sitting right on top of that spongy top. You can't make an opal out of the sponge there. That comes off relatively quickly. So if I cut this off, there's a good chance that I'll get through the opal layer before I get through the sponginess. We'll just see how it goes. But that's all right. This one here, more chance of getting to good opal here. There's a very thin layer. I thank you for the like, whoever that was. There's a very thin layer on top. And it will hopefully come good. There's nice black opal underneath, and so that will actually stand out really well. This one is my pick of the crop, to be honest. Can't see very much of it at the moment, but let's see. Let's zoom in and have a quick look at it. Yeah, you can see what I can see. Look at that. You can see that little amount of opal that's just gleaming through. The only question I've got is, do I cut it this way or do I cut it this way? Because I think you can definitely see that it'll show colour this way, but it looks like the colour goes wall to wall this way. So we'll see. What we'll do is we'll just basically cut some stuff off and we'll go, have I dealt with all of the opals here? I think this one is another one. Got a nice green top, which may or may not disappear, but we'll see. It's a nice little opal once again. And you'll notice that these guys are absolutely massive, clocking in at the many carats range. I've also got this one, which is exactly the same, by the way. Got exactly the same features as this one here. So I've got a nice pair. Thank you for the like, whoever did that. And there's also one more around here somewhere. Let's see if I can spot it. Is it this one? Don't think so. No, it's not that one. I prepared it earlier, and in the process of preparing it, looks like I lost it. Yeah, is this it? Might be. I'll have a look. It's hard to see in the later light, you see. Got to have a look underneath. No, this isn't it. Nice one, but isn't it? This one's got a little bit of a green undercurrent sitting around. Oh well, can't find it. We'll just keep moving on up. I mean, if like we've got this one here, you can see we've got plenty to do. So it's just that I prepared that one. Here it is. Got it now. This one is an interesting one because it is so nondescript looking, but I'm pretty certain that there's actually something really nice sitting underneath here. We'll just have to see. As a matter of fact, we'll start on this one. Let's get cracking. Zoom out just a little bit. Now there's two ways that I do this as a general rule. One way is to just let the opals fall as they may, so to speak. The other way is to actually prepare some of the opals to make it a bit more entertaining, to know what we've got. Either way is acceptable for me, but basically what I will do is I will declare what I've done. I don't ever want to be one of these people that goes, oh, let's just get this random open. Oh, look, it's amazing. You're never going to get that with me. If I've prepared one, I'll tell you. Having said that, preparation doesn't necessarily do anything. It doesn't. You're not just because you prepare the opal doesn't mean you're going to get the good opal. Let's have a look inside here. What have we got? Should be something coming out here. Alright, there's a little bit of green, but it's not dark enough. It needs to be way darker than that. So much for this opal should have something good underneath it. Oh well, that's proof of the pudding there. I can't just dummy something up. Sometimes nature just says, no, we're not giving it to you. That's what makes it all interesting though. What I'm doing is I'm rolling it in. That'll give me the best chance possible. Have a look at it. What I might do is I might finish this one off in my own time because I don't think it's going to do the thing that I was hoping it was going to do. So back to the drawing board, we'll pick up one of these other opals, which happens to be, one of these will be a smasher, don't you worry. I can't tell you which one it's going to be because there's a certain random element to cutting opals, as you've just figured out from this little misadventure that I've had with this guy. One last throw of the dice to have a look. Take off that cloudiness there. Doesn't look like it's doing anything. Oh well. Oh well. Them's the breaks. Okay, so let's do this one here. This is the one which has got a very thin layer on it. Hopefully That's looking good. Got to be a little bit cautious with it. Can see anything? I think I can. Once again, a whole heap of nearly colour there, but not quite the kind of eye-popping colours that we're after. Let's cut this off here, see if we can get into something a little bit more. That's interesting. We'll go into this side and see what we get. I don't want interesting, I want eye-popping colour. Let's go cut this bit off. Okay. It's one of these. I'll just cut the top off and see what happens, because you never know with these guys. From the looks of things, it's a disappointment, but you never know. These opals can do weird things sometimes. There is something there. Just does that qualify as opal colour? I don't know. At the moment it is merely a nice picture stone. But you never know. Let's just we'll keep peeling this blue back until we get to the stuff underneath. Let me have a quick look on this. Right, interesting. Well, that's the second dud for today. I was confident that I'd get one of these to work, but don't you worry, we'll do this one. This is another slightly dodgy one, but one of these slightly dodgy ones has to end up being pretty good. Although that doesn't look particularly encouraging. Let's just cut it off here. Okay, that's good. So I'll cut it off about maybe here. Just making sure it's just not a random flash of colour. No, it is not. Much better. And then we'll cut it like this. May as well make it symmetrical. Right, good. This is the dodgiest of sides, so I'm just going to bring it in a little bit. I think we're good to go. Let's have a look. That hole, I'll just slice it off. Ultimately, slicing opal like this preserves it, because you can always cut a piece if you cut it off. You can always turn it into a gem. And this is interesting. I can see some material behind this looking quite nice. I'm just hoping that it faces that way, that's all. Just working the back a bit, because the back needs to be as good as the front. Now it looks like I'm going to go for a cushion cut, but probably I'll be doing a roundish cab, but we'll see. Yeah, this back needs some work because we need to make it flat. Now it feels a bit better. Right, let's hope that all that work is worth it. Let's get to the front. Flipped it over. See anything yet? No. There's definitely something here. Just got to get to it. Because sometimes it doesn't face from the front, so you cut straight into the colour bar and there's absolutely no colour in the colour bar from the front anyway. There's some, finally. Hang on. I'll just do a little bit more exploratory work and then I'm going to zoom in so you can at least see what I can see. Can you see what I see? It's oh so fleeting. Hopefully it's going to get stronger than that, because that's boring colour. Yeah, it is getting stronger, a little bit. So I'm just going to zoom in, see if we can spot it. Just there, oh wow. Just next to that spot, the tiniest. Oh, hello. My day was alright. I was expecting more colour than this though. I've got some colour, it's just the tiniest amount of colour. Gee. Oh, I'm annoyed now. That stone looked so hopeful too. Oh, hang on. We've got some hope in it. Let's just carve all the way back. Let's see if we can get something. May as well. We may have to consign this to powder if we're not going to get anything. Yeah, it's just a little bit of colour at the bottom, and it's not resolving any better. So that's, I don't know how many, umpteen out of umpteen numpty. All right, let's just cut this off. Cut this cap off. I'm going to call it a death cap because it seems to not like us. But fortunately, there's opal well in the middle of these guys. So if there's nothing under here, that's really not that big an impedance. What did you get up to today, Gilly? One of these weird things, on Wednesdays, I actually go into work, as in go into the workplace. Normally, I work from home. This hybrid work model is very interesting because it's the abnormal thing to go into work nowadays. Just getting rid of this sand patch. Right. I think that sand patch is predicting the colour. Let's have a look and see. Now, let's go give this a bit of a look. Yeah, that's looking good. Yeah. Finally. For a moment I was going to rename Lightning Ridge Heartbreak Ridge. Look, dropped it. That was the one I was supposed to be doing. This is a more dodgy one, but that's alright. It means that we get to do this one later. Oh, I see. That piece. There's a very interesting sand layer sitting on this one. That interesting sand layer may interfere with a few of our plans, but that's all right. Finally, some colour. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it from here and actually turn that into a cab, because I think that the colour will come out eventually, but not right this very moment. I'll have to polish it up to get that. So I'll cut it like this to get to the cab. That also gives us a chance to have a look in the middle of the stone. Yeah, okay. So that means that the next colour should be here. See if we can get some more colour out of this on this side. If not, it's not too big a deal. Let's go and have a crack at the other stones that are sitting there. We're learning valuable lessons about how this opal organises itself as we go. Looks like it forms itself in layers around the black stuff. Very much like an agate, I think. Enjoy your wins and learn from your not so wins, I suppose is what we do. Listen, little opal, you've been misbehaving so much and I'm not particularly attached to you, so if you want to fly away, you'll never be seen again. How's them apples? Or carrots? Oops. What I'm doing at the moment is I'm carving the back away. I don't think the back is going to give us anything. Actually, I'm wrong. The back is giving us a little bit. Let's have a look at it. See if it's worth it in a second. I don't think it is. Zoom in. A little bit of colour. Let's just give it a slight zhooshing. If something pops out, because the colour hasn't been fantastic on this one, so I'm not going to lose sleep over whether I use the front or the back of it. Well, that's pretty cool. I've managed to get something out of it. Look at that. Nice little bit of colour. I'll just smooth it all off and pop that onto a dot at some point in the future, which is good. Okay, so it was not resplendent with epic colour. That's not too bad. So, enjoyable, but not epic amazing. Shall we have a bit of fun with this one? It's an enormous stone. Want me to give it a bit of weight first? Let's do that. I'll turn the infernal machine off so that we're not spraying stuff everywhere. And then we shall put the infernal weighing machine down and then tear it. It won't be exactly perfect because of splashes and stuff. So it's measuring in carats. Put this on there. 96.9 carats. Nearly 100 carats. So I'm just going to move it over to the measurator. It's about 3 centimeters that way. And then, yeah, 5 centimeters that way, so 3 by 5. So roughly 15 centimeters by 90 carats. I'll divide that by 5. It's roughly a density of 1.8 grams per cubic centimetre, I think you'll find, which isn't too bad. That was on the fly, so don't cane my maths. What it tells me is that there's a lot of holes in this, because the density of opal should sit at around 2. Just going to cut this bit off just to see what happens. Just to straighten it out, basically. Not a bad idea to get a feel for the opal just by cutting a little sliver off. So it gives me an idea. The opal forms pretty much like this. Alright, that's interesting. Let's just carve this away a bit. Basically you want to get to the colour on all sides. I want wall-to-wall colour here. Alright, I'm going to cut it across here because I'm pretty certain that it's safe to do that. If it's not, we just make a smaller opal. It's easier to sell. But if there's no colour there, there's no point in just grinding uselessly through it. Nearly through. Tell you what, my shoulders are burning. Oh, that was tiring. Let's have a look at this. Well, that's interesting. I'm not sure you can see this, but there's just a slightest hint of colour sitting in these. I'll just zoom in. Looks like it, doesn't it? You ready for the surprise? This blade won't cut your fingers unless you're incredibly persistent. So yeah, your finger can bounce off the blade, no problem. The only way to really cut your fingers is to hold it there for a good 3 or 4 seconds. I guarantee you, you'll notice. Oh, 4 likes. Thank you very much, whoever did that. That's right. Maybe I've disappointed everybody. They're going, he's going to cut his finger off any minute now. I'm not a medical doctor, so it's not the case of physician heal thyself. Although my father's a surgeon, so he can stitch me up if there's an issue. Not that I want there to be an issue. I didn't pick him as a father because, you know, handy in case of accidents. If I cut my thumb off, how do I like? Let's see if this opal does anything to get near to the dark potch. It does a bit. Right, let's get to this one and have a look at it. Hello there, Daphne. Daphne the dog has paid us a visit. Well, not exactly us a visit, paid the garden a visit. So she can dispense her dirty, sinful business. What opal surgeries? Yeah. So let's see what happens here. I might have to cut through this ridge here because let's have a look where it goes. Because this section probably won't be contiguous with the other section, but we've also got to make sure that we cut through all of this. The opal isn't necessarily going to behave itself. It's not going to just sit there and go, oh yeah, I'll be remaining precious opal the whole way through. No worries, you can just do whatever you like. It doesn't do that. Opal is one of the most cantankerous of gemstones. It'll appear when it wants to and disappear when it wants to. Very little to predict it with. If you could predict it, I'd be on it like a shot, because I'm a statistician. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head to my vets. I'm going to cut this little section out, because it's obviously colourful. In cutting this section out, we'll be able to see what it looks like from the side, if there's any more that can be got. But even so, whee! Jump scare, everyone. Even so, you're not necessarily going to know, because opal doesn't let you know, basically. Sometimes something on the side doesn't show up. Sometimes something on the face will show on the side. It just doesn't matter. By the way, it's just getting a bit to the middle. Gotta let the blade do the work, not to force it onto the blade. Whee! So what did it do? Well, that's interesting. There's a very dark layer right at the very top, which is handy. There's a layer of sand just prior to the colour. Sorry. There's a dark layer right on the top here. There's a layer of the sand just behind the colour. Let's have a look at where that sand goes. That looks almost like a crack. Let me just see if I can smooth it out. I think I can. Yeah, I think that'll go. Let's just see what happens if we just smooth off this face. Will it have enough opal to make a gem? If it does, all well and good. If it doesn't, boo. Oh, there we go. We have enough for a gem. That's good. Now, what will we do with that little piece? I think we'll just carve that off. We don't want an unstable opal, even if it means it reduces the carat weight. There you are, goodbye little opal. Perfect. Right. Now let's concentrate on making the opal pretty. Don't want too big a bum on the opal, so I'm just cutting the bottom bit of potch off. And I'll be cutting this away too, just to make sure that it's got a nice flat surface on the back. Because now we're into we can keep the opal kind of spot. We have to start thinking about how to turn it into a nice gem. Because you need to have wall-to-wall colour, my friend. Also, if there's cracks or anything, it'll devalue the opal because you can't set it. So you have to make sure that the opal is colourful and stable. Getting a situation in which you've got nice colourful opal which is stable and big is very rare. That's why they cost so much. Now believe it or not, this thing will be sitting in about 2 carats or so. That's a pretty decent size. Okay, so there we go. I'll show you, I'll zoom out a bit. Now zoom in. You can see there's a little bit of, the lighting ain't that great. See if I can turn this off. Hopefully that'll fix it so you can see it a bit better. Yeah, you can see how it's clipping the sensor a bit there with that Yeah, that nice little purpley colour. So that's not a bad outcome for some of that stone. Let's see what the rest of the stone can provide us. Now I know what it's doing. Let's just have a quick, we'll have to carve this piece off. That was my mistake, I put it in at an angle. There we go. Right. See, there was that hole right in the middle of it. You can't have that in a gem. So, let's go. I'll zoom it out a bit so you can see some of it. Look. How much does it cost to buy one of the opals? It depends. A good one can set you back thousands. That one that I just cut, probably around about 100 US, maybe less even. Just depending on how well I polish it up at the end. Infinite diamonds. It'd be nice to think I did. I don't have infinite. Tell you what I do have. I have infinite mosquitoes over here. I do have a few. They're not diamonds, of course, they're opals. Depending on how you cut them, they're much more variable in price than diamonds. They can be a couple of thousand per carat, or they can be tens of dollars per carat, so it just depends. What I'm trying to do here is try and find a stable piece of opal that also has colour. I'm not finding much colour here, so I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to slice this piece off. Try and get something happening with that. And also try and get all the mosquitoes. Opals can be a fickle master. They can reward you handsomely, or they can show you nothing. I can see some opal underneath this layer too, so I think there's one more opal left in this piece of stuff. I'm playing nice, Mr. Opal. Got a mosquito under here trying to have a go at me. Alright. We'll worry about that when the time comes. Good to see you here, Jay. Is it the constant whine of the motor? Do I have any money? Occasionally I have money, yes. You think I'm just sitting here throwing dollar bills at things? Nah. This is a hobby and I do my best to buy the opal cheap and sell it expensive. Good to see you, Jay, by the way. I'm wondering if I should keep that dark piece of potch in it, because it kind of looks cool. In case you're interested, Jay, what I decided to do was essentially cut what I could see, because it seems to be one of those. Hang on. Did I get it? No, it's back for round 2. It's a silly mosquito. Okay, so you basically try and, because on that side there's nothing. I think this has become a more stress-free opal, Jay. Whoop. Look for you maybe, but I've still got a mosquito that's hunting me down. "58 minutes, wow. Been cutting the one opal for about 40 minutes, I think. Okay, some colour on that side, good. Bring it in a bit until we get to the colour, I suppose. Starting to move to the colour, it's not quite there yet. Certainly an interesting one, this one. Look. This one, by necessity, will have to have a pretty high dome because most of the colour is stuck in the middle. So in order to get to the colour, you have to kind of see it through the dome. So people at opal shows will love it, not me. I'm idiosyncratic, I think. What I think is good, no one else thinks is good. What other people think is good, I don't care about. Oh well. At least it'll be a fashionable opal. Yeah. There is that trouble when you're cutting these things. You have to decide whether you want to make something that actually looks nice or is marketable. Sometimes never the twain shall meet. So I think I'm done with all of the shaping. I'll just carve this into the cabochon shape. Make sure that the back is alright. Interesting thing is I'm probably going to burst into the colour any second on the back. I think I understand it. I think I know what's going on with this stone, but you know, I was wrong once before, as you know. Yeah, okay. So there we go. They'll be sitting in about maybe 2 carats. Nice, a bit of shine in the middle. Once again, it's not wall to wall, so $50, $100 for that one, I reckon. Alright, let's have a look. We'll do one more. The Magnus Opal, which one will it be? Will it be this one? It's got nice colour on it. Will it be this one? Does this one have what it takes? Will it be this one? Probably not. Let's have a look. Will it be this one or well, not the candy cane? Will it be this one? I don't think so. Will it be this one? Perhaps this one? Not that one. Perhaps this one? Let's have a look through some of the... Oh, this one maybe. We'll start this one off. We'll see if this one is good. Oh, 8 likes. Thank you very much, whoever did that. Okay, whoop, there's the mosquito again. My war with the mosquito continues. He can tell when I'm about to get close. Hang on, I've got the remaining fly spray here. Haha. Take that. Haha. They didn't see that coming. Right, let's have a look at this. What I'll do is I'll cut this bit off here because that will be waste. And that will give us a chance to view what's going on underneath. I bet you will find some black potch with just a white skin on the outside, which will make it interesting trying to figure out what to do with it. There we go, black potch with the white skin. So I think let's just very carefully slice this piece off. Just got a hint as to its orientation then, because I saw the green. The blue will be sitting on top, the green will be sitting on the bottom, below the blue. So I know I'm carving it upside down now. Don't know if that's great help. All that means really is I'm not going to be hanging out to see if I can find a red, because I don't think there will be red. Because red should be below the green, or above the green in this instance. So I'm certainly not going to try and drill in for better colour. I'm going to be happy with what I've got. Okay, I'm going to carve this. Okay, so what I'm seeing here, just so you can have a look yourself, there's a chunk of sand there. I'm going to cut that vertically off, because I think that cutting that vertically off, basically from there, I know there's a bit of red there. No, let's just carve this red, see what the red does. What's that doing? Is that helping our case? Hindering our case? Alright, I'm going to be a bit more cautious than I was originally going to be, because there is a little bit of good colour just sitting underneath there. Also, there is a red band, and that red band has to be the start of a new band rather than a continuation of the blue, because the green that we saw before should be sitting on top. Let's just give that a bit of a slice. Let's see what happens there. Right, angled like that, huh? This opal is a fickle master, I tell you that much. Because it won't... Will it? It might. Let's just try it. This is a tough one. Yes, red's more valuable than the green. But what I've discovered is if you spend time chasing the red, you're going to come a cropper at some point. So you just have a look at what colour is there and you try and bring out the best of the colour that you can see. Sometimes the colour just vaporises the moment you try and cut deep into the opal. Really weird monster to deal with, these opals sometimes. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make this band more uniform here. That is absolutely fantastic. Like there's a nice little, you can see that little chunk of colour there. It's very, very pronounced in real life. Okay, what will I do? Well, the good news is somehow I managed to get rid of that sandbar. Okay, I think if I carve it like that, right? Oh, wow. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a punt and I'm just going to carve straight through here. What's he doing, they say? What he's doing is guessing that this is a nice flat surface for the opal to sit on. Caught it. This will give me a good lesson probably in what to expect with opals sometimes. See, this is the other side of the opal. Absolutely nothing. There's colour on this side, but on this side, nothing. Could well be. We're not going to worry too much about that. Just whilst we're here, we're just going to quickly carve this off. Just noticed that was sitting there, and I may as well because it looks intriguing to me. I have no idea where this opal came from, but it's looking pretty nice. It's just sitting underneath. Yeah, got to get rid of that. Yep, cut that off. It's just sitting there, just looking all pretty, and I'm like, well, I may as well just quickly cut it because it's going to be a quick one. And be dexterous that I am. There we go. There we go, nice little quick opal cut. I'll dot that one up, it'll do well. Aha, you've got the mosquito now, you little. Haha. Okay. There he is. Ha! He's been chasing me all night. So, that's one battle won. Now, where did I put that other opal? Probably find there's more than one. Mosquito, not opal. Come on, where did I put it? This is not the good one. This is the cut part. Oh, is this the piece? No, that's not it. Where's the bit? That's the one I just cut. That's annoying. Let me have a quick look. So not there, 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 not that one. Is it that one? No, that's not it. Where has it gone? Opie, Opie doo, where are you? Got lots of fun to have now. Opie, Opie doo, where are you? That's the one, I found it. Yay, got it. Yeah, it's doing alright. This is the one I'm doing at the moment. Just trying to capitalise on what we've got here. Okay, so that's the colourful side. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to try and dome it a bit. If all goes well, there should be nice colours on the dome. If not, we just know not to go there. Slice it here. Don't think this was going to give us anything really, so happy to just carve it there. And I will now commence the production of the cab. For the time being, the cab will look pretty lackluster. That's all right. It'll have to be finished off and docked and all those sorts of things to make it look good. But having said that, not looking too shabby. Just got to be careful not to cut it too far. These things, they look really good and then suddenly they're nothing. Bam, done, fixed, finished, whatever. No. I think this one's going to be a pretty funky opal actually. It will have a certain amount of uniquitude to it. Yeah, I'm going to stop there. Oh, that's really cool. I like that. Okay. Turn that off. Turn the water off as well. Yoink. We're getting to bedtime for the birds as well. So this guy, you'll be seeing there's a little black streak on it, but that black streak occasionally has other colours sitting in it. So that is a really, like, yeah, that's nice. I like that. Probably means it's worthless, but, you know, no, I don't think this one's worthless. This one's got lots of flash and colour in it. So that one is going to definitely be well worth polishing up. That's what the back looks like. If you've watched Pulitzer Opals, you'll realise that he talks about eye stones. That's the kind of thing he's talking about, the black stuff in the middle. A lot of these opals do that. Let me show you this one. This is an offcut. Once again, you see that. I like the idea of calling it an eye stone. I think that's a very clever name for it. You'll see a lot of opals actually have that. Right, what we're going to do now is we are going to unzoom. Yoink. This place is an absolute mess. These are just a mere handful of what we've got left to do over the next few days. I've also got another order coming in. It's confirmed from Caleb. This time around, he said he's going to pick me out some really nice ones from a very, very special field. We've got these ones here. Stuff like this. It's got lots of colour just poking through. Let's see what else I've got here that I can just show you. Stuff like this. Yeah, this guy. Have a look at that colour. You can see that red and that green band just absolutely smashing through. So we've got stuff like that coming up. But this guy will be dopped. And we will see what we can make out of that. But not tonight. Tonight we are going to say, oh, I think I've been sitting down for too long. Yikes. Oh. Okay. The sounds of someone quickly retreating. I'll quickly turn these lights on, but it's bird bedtime now, so we're going to quickly say goodnight to the birds. Closing this door. Okay. Wakey, what's going on there? I only just cleaned up his cage. Look at the bottom of it. Max is much cleaner. Max, you want a scratchy poo? Want to scratch? Come on. Good bird. If you saw last time I was doing this, poor Max, I scratched one of his feathers too hard and I made it bleed again. I think he's okay now. It was 2 days ago, I do believe, or 3. I can't remember. However long ago it was days ago. It was this one here. There it is. Oh, sorry. Well, you're not going to see it because Max is not going to let me. It's okay, Max. It's okay. Now, the interesting thing was that he's been taking this little habit of flying at me, grabbing at my head with his claws, and then flying on. I think it's a dominance play. There you go. Is that better? Getting those bits out. Do you want me to get the stick of scratching? There you go. I'm going to let them out and have a quick fly before they go to bed. It's dusk. They should be roosting, but they also need a bit of exercise. So you're always playing this game when you're looking after birds. You've got to make sure that you look after all of their aspects of their health. And if you've got a job and you're doing all sorts of things, then it's a bit of a struggle sometimes. But that's all right. These birds seem to enjoy it. The only trouble I've got... What are you doing, Loki? Well, leave it be for the time being. There we go. No, you were about to bite. I could see you were about to bite. So I'm not going to let you. I want to scratch you, but what's going on, folks? Loki's got a few little feathers. Now, Loki, I want you out of the cage. Tomorrow you need to be on my shoulder most of the day. Do you reckon you can manage that? Whoa! What was that all in aid of, huh? She didn't bite hard. Well, thank you for the like, whoever did that. Do you want to step up, Loki? Step up, come on. Step up, come on. Step up, step up. She's comfortable there. She wants to go to sleep. I'll leave her be. To give her a real lot of exercise tomorrow, though. She wants to not fly anywhere. Little obese thing. And the thing is that Max sometimes wants to invade, and she doesn't really like Max's attention, does she? Isn't it sad, Max? Max, what a wonderful specimen of a bird you are. Aren't you? All the ladies love you, except for this one. Come along, let's go get your scratchy stick. This thing is a simple pin file, and we've discovered that it is the thing to scratch a bird with. Oh yeah. Spotted a pin feather there, mate. Do you want me to get that one? Whole bunch of pins here. Get that one there. There it is. Got it. So, whoa, don't do that. Well, it worked. You got all of the pin out. Now, the reason why I originally used the file was, and I didn't know how it was going to go. This bird is semi-wild. I first got it. Well, I'm assuming semi-wild. There's a long and complicated story. Basically, somebody offered me a bird, and when I found it, well, when I went over to the person's place, it was pretty obvious that the bird was not in a good way, and I suspected it was wild caught. And its wings were clipped, so I had to keep it for at least a year, because that's how long it takes for the wings to grow back. And the ethical consideration with this kind of thing is that if it is not a wild bird, then to release it is a death sentence. So he seems to be quite happy here, which is good. I never expected to be able to get this close to him, because I was only getting him just to get him out of that situation. But it just seems that he's just loving it. Yeah, twirling it like that. It's because the file is triangular. It's got a triangle profile. If you have a look at it, let's just give it a... If you can see, zoom in a bit, see if that helps. You can see the triangular profile of it, so it helps to scratch him. Zoom back. Sorry, I was just demonstrating the file. That's why it helps to scratch, because he's just, and sometimes you just do it this way. Now, the other thing you do is, of course, you do the beak, because that's originally what I was trying to do, get his beak scratched. He loves that. And also just get the growth plate underneath his chin. And normally there's a feather that pops out every time you do this. Yeah. I don't know what to do with his dominance displays, because if he's trying to express dominance, that means that he's comfortable with this. It also means he gets a bit aggressive. So, you know, so basically what I do is I accept everything in moderation. Like, you know, I'm a bloke. I like to do blokey things. Look at me. Rah, me, man, me good. You know. But, you know, when it makes everybody else in the house uncomfortable, maybe put the pants back on. Yeah. Just grabbing this pin feather. His crest has healed up quite well. I'll try and show it to you, Jay. There it is. That scab can come off very soon. So no harm, no foul. No, there's another one. About to leave you. Found another one. Yeah, it seems like we do nothing conventionally in this household. I don't deliberately do that. It's just, I'm of the opinion if something is better, just do it. Shh, Loki's asleep. Oh, their eyes are open. Down they go. She was asleep before. Oh well. Ah dear. Yeah. Do you want me to scratch your nares? Nares are the little holes, like nostrils, that birds have. They love having their nares and their growth plate done. The growth plate is where the beak comes from. The beak continually grows into a wicked 3-point beak that can remove fingers. So it's a bit scary messing around with his beak, actually. Big male beak, gee. But he loves it. And he definitely needed it when he was displaying his more psychotic behaviours. Did I get your eye? Sorry, buddy. It's the weirdest thing. They worry about feathers. Whoa, I just scratched his eye again. Like the whole thing just went straight into his eye and he does not care. I'm not deliberately doing this. All right, I'll get that to be done. All right. Okay. What we'll do is we'll say goodbye, Tony. Come here, Payne. Come here. Yoink. Boing. Show you this. All right, so this is Payne. It's really weird. She loves like getting splattered against me like this. It's like the world's weirdest peace symbol. She can see my face on the phone. She's going, hang on, you're here, but 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 you're here. Poor Pony. Of all the birds that we've got, she's not the brightest. Oh dear. That's right, isn't it, Pony? Yeah. All right, in you go, Pony. See you around, Pony. I'll give you some more. You still want a scratchy poo, do you? There you are, scratchy poo for you. Yeah. The rest of the household are quite jealous because she's very attached to me. And I don't ever try to get attached to any of these animals. I'm just sitting there. They're all rescues. They're all just they're there for their own benefit, not for mine. They're for their benefit, for their own well-being. And I suppose it makes sense. If you are sitting there and you're trying to work for their own well-being, then they end up liking you. That just makes sense. Yeah, okay, well, that was today's done. Oh, man. Been a big day. It's been a big cutting session as well. Thank you very much for sharing the journey with me. If you like what you saw and you haven't already, like and subscribe. If not, that's fine as well. All I have to do now is just to say thank you for watching and Dr. Phil out. Have a lovely evening.